Could tearing down hundreds of strip malls help solve Greater Boston's housing crisis? Many of them are dying or just underused. But some experts told me there's a much better way to use strip malls, rebuild them, and add housing.
Where we are right now can be in any part of metropolitan Boston.
But in fact, we're in Danvers, where I met with planning expert Chris Kushel.
One of the things we can see right away is we have a store closing, so soon to be vacant space. You have the single-story building. Very clearly, we could build up and build more. We have the sea of parking.
Yep.
Not too many cars using it either, so it's underutilized. This is space that could be used for other uses, such as providing people with homes.
So this is a good candidate.
This is a great candidate, yeah.
And there's plenty more. That's because there's over 3,000 strip malls in Greater Boston. That's nearly 14 square miles of malls.
If we developed only 10% in each of the communities, we would be producing approximately 125,000 housing units.
That could go a long way toward easing the region's housing shortage. Massachusetts already needs more than 100,000 homes, and by some estimates, that need could double by 2030. That means more housing needs to be built fast, and it's a lot faster to turn a compact strip mall into housing than sprawling spaces or suburbs. When you're rebuilding these places, you could also make them more sustainable. You could add trees, and you could rip up some of the pavement in all this parking. There was a sea of parking at the old Woburn Mall, a selling point when it opened in the late 70s. But over the years, the sheen wore off, stores closed, and it became a ghost town. A redevelopment brought the Woburn Mall back to life. Part of that massive parking lot was cleared for 350 apartments, with more trees and new stores.
These kinds of projects cause us to rethink about what we might think of as typical housing. It is a thriving, important place now, where before it was just something many people just drove past.
The state needs housing, that's no secret, but why put it in a mall?
What's great about this site, over others perhaps, is that it was already built, and the environmental degradation doesn't happen like it would if you were dealing with a new site. It's on a main street in the city, very close to the interstate, 2 train stations within a mile.
And what has this all meant for revenue for the city?
It means millions more dollars in tax revenue, real estate tax revenue to the city.
It's an idea that other places are digging into, like Framingham. But not everybody's ready.
We need our elected officials to deny this proposal and protect the residents of this neighborhood.
The number one reason that people cite at public hearings for opposing housing development is traffic, and parking comes soon after that.
But
the impact of the residences are actually quite low compared to the commercial activity.
people also worry about crowding in schools.
Any idea how many children would be? About 25 to 30 school-age students.
No way.
This type of housing in particular, mixed use and multifamily, has very little impact on schools.
All right, so what's it like to actually live at the mall? Hi, Daniel, I'm Liz.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Thanks.
This is it. Home sweet home.
Oh, very nice. It's very sunny. You see absolutely everything in this mall.
Absolutely everything.
You can see if a restaurant is busy before you go.
Absolutely. Yes. Or the parking lot for
Right.
if I need to hunt for spots for my friends.
So what do you like about living here?
I love being in the plaza with all of these options.
It's convenient.
I think it's like the ideal situation, honestly, for an apartment complex, because I have friends who live in other apartment complexes and they're not near anything. I love being able to just walk outside and I have everything that I need.
Is this an area where you could buy a house?
No, it's very, very expensive in the area. I dream of the day, but it's way too out of my price range for right now. So this is beautiful and luxurious and in my price range, so
it works.
it works. It absolutely works.
Oh, there you guys are so cute. Yes. Oh. You like living here? We've been covering a lot of ground on the region's housing crisis. Check out our series and let us know if you have any ideas for solutions.